The Haunting at Lal Bagh. Even today, when I think about it, I still get goosebumps. My name's Dhruv, and this is something that happened to me back in 2023. I had moved from my small town Chitradurga to Bangalore for a 10-month course, preparing for my engineering exams. Life there was suffocating, books, coaching, endless pressure. Running became my escape. Every morning, I jogged in Lal Bagh, a huge, famous park near my studio apartment. Lal Bagh was usually crowded with walkers and joggers, but I always went at 5 am. It was dark, white, and empty. After 2 months, it became my routine. But there was one stretch inside Lal Bagh that always felt strange. A long, straight road with no streetlights, just tall trees closing in on both sides, and a few branches scattered along the way. Every time I passed through, the air felt heavier, colder, almost pressing down on me. I never changed my route though. I thought it was just in my head. It was October, freezing cold and foggy. At 5 am, the park was pitch dark. That morning, as I started my run, it felt more strongly than ever. Something telling me not to take that road. My, my conscience was screaming, "Don't go!" But, but I ignored it. I remember every detail. On the left side, there was a bench with a dim flickering light above it. As I passed by, I saw someone sitting there. My heart skipped. I quickly turned back to check. The bench was empty. I tried to brush it off. Shadows, maybe my tired eyes. But when I reached the end of the road, I looked back once more and froze. There, on that same bench, sat an old man. Black suit, cowboy hat tilted low over his face, perfectly still watching me. My body went numb, and the flashlight in my hand flickered like the battery was dying. The fog thickened, the air turned icy cold. And then, and then he smiled. Not a normal smile. A slow, stretched grin that didn't look human at all. I blinked, and in that blink he was gone. The bench was empty again. I ran. I don't know how fast or how far, but I did not stop until I was outside the park, gasping for air. That was the last time I ever jogged at dawn in Lal Bagh. But the story did not end here. That night I could not sleep. His smile, his suit, his hat, it replayed in my mind. By evening, my curiosity got the better of me. I asked the old security guard near the park gate if he had seen anything strange on that road. He went quiet. "Which bench?" he asked. I told him, "The one with the dim light above it." He stared at me for a long moment before speaking. "An old gentleman used to sit there every day, always in a suit, always with a cowboy hat. Sharp at 5 am, one morning they found him dead on that very bench. Heart attack, they said." But he lowered his voice. "People still see him sometimes." My stomach dropped. The description matched exactly what I had seen. But then things got worse. For the next few nights, I started waking up at 5 am on my own. My room would feel freezing cold even with the windows shut. The first night, I ignored it. The second night, I saw fog on the inside of my mirror, as if someone had breathed on it. But the third night, I knew it was not my imagination, because this time, on the fog mirror were the words, "Run with me." My blood ran cold. My handwriting was shaky but clear. I stopped going to Lal Bagh altogether, changed my jogging to evenings. But still, sometimes at dawn, I feel him. As if he is not bound to the park anymore, as if he followed me. It's been over a year now, yet every once in a while, at exactly 5 am, I hear footsteps outside my door. Slow, heavy, stopping right at my room. And in that silence, I swear I hear that faint sound of someone tipping a cowboy hat. That's why I'll never forget Lal Bagh. Because I did not just see the man on the bench, I brought him home with me.
My name's Akansha. I am a second year BTech student and I stay in a hostel near my university. Life here is always busy with classes, assignments, and the usual chaos. But what I'm about to share is something that still sends shivers down my spine whenever I think about it. One day, after my classes, I was completely drained. I came back to my hostel room and dropped myself on the sofa. I remember telling myself, I'll just rest for a while, but the moment I closed my eyes, I slipped into a strange, heavy sleep. It was not a normal sleep though, it was sleep paralysis. I could not move, could not speak. My body was like stone. But what terrified me more was that I felt something sitting right beside me on the sofa. I could actually hear the breathing. Slow, heavy, too close to ignore. I tried so hard to wake myself up, to move even a finger, but nothing worked. It felt like I was trapped with that invisible presence breathing next to me. Finally, after what felt like ages, I managed to break free. I woke up sweating, my heart racing like I had just escaped something real. I tried to brush it off as just a bad experience, but it did not end here. A few days later, when I was sleeping at night, wrapped in my blanket, I felt something far worse. It was like there was someone inside the blanket with me. The weight was there, the presence was undeniable, and then I felt it trying to touch me. My whole body froze in fear. I could not believe what was happening. That night, I realized something. Maybe, maybe these things were not just in my head. Maybe they were feeding off my loneliness, my stress, my fears. And the more afraid I was, the stronger they became. It was horrifying, but it also taught me something. Fear only controls you as long as you let it. The moment you recognize it, face it, it loses its grip. That doesn't mean I don't still feel that presence sometimes, but now I know I can fight it. Even today, whenever I lie down, a part of me wonders if I'll feel that breath again or if I'll wake up to something inside my blanket.